I have a kind of a fun question. You're talking
Yeah.
about pullback and the market's going down. Where do you see Bitcoin as a bottom if there's a major pullback with the price?
Well, what's 75% of the current price?
75%.
Wow.
Jesus. Okay.
It's happened every. Why would you be surprised? It's happened every single cycle.
No, it hurts. That's why it's more pain than I'm feeling than anything else. 75% pullback. Okay. Well, we're at
I mean,
100, so we're talking it
let
going
me let
down
me
to
put an
25.
asterisk and a caveat on there. Based on the cycle trend, the reserves are a different animal. The government buying, like what
Yeah,
I
it
foresee
is.
happening is the cycle starts and people start selling, and then the state governments either get scared, like, oh, maybe we don't want to buy reserves because we'll lose all our money, or they see it as an opportunity and they pass the bill and they buy Bitcoin cheap and pump it back up. So that's what I see. Or it stays where it's at right now, and some states start passing the legislation. It's even if they pass the legislation, it's going to take months for them to get enacted and give authorization for the treasurers of the states to actually do that. So let's say tomorrow Texas passes theirs. It doesn't go into effect until July 1st. So they're not going to be able to buy any Bitcoin until then. What's going to happen to Bitcoin then? It's already way past the halving mark. Based on what I know, July is near the end of that 100 days after the halving. Also, so look, the bull market we got between now and what's 100 days after April, April to May, June, July.
July.
We got between now and July
Mhm.
for the bull market to end, based on the normal cycle, plus or
Based on the
minus a
normal
few days.
cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So based on the normal cycle, Bitcoin always corrects between, I think the lowest correction was in the 70 percentage points and the highest was 90 something percent. But every single cycle it's lower and lower. So I think we might have a 70 to 65%, maybe even 75% correction before the government start buying things up. Now the federal government passes it, I think it gets enacted right away and they'll start, you know how Trump is, he'll just
Yeah.
start buying up the Bitcoin.
Right away.
And now reverse it.
Yeah.
But until that happens, look, governments are slow. I
Yeah.
mean, they have to figure out they need
Amen.
authorization, right? Every state government treasurers has different safekeeping or asset management rules and what they can and cannot do. And you know, I haven't been following so much Bitcoin legislation because I'm in the gold and silver side of things.
Mhm.
The only thing I would do with Bitcoin legislation is call the sponsors like, hey, maybe adding gold and silver as an asset to purchase as a reserve might help you guys. But that's the only
Well,
thing I would really do right now with the Bitcoin legislation.
that's funny you
Wow.
say that because I was going to ask you if you had crossed paths with like Dennis Porter, where he's pretty much spearheading with the Satoshi Action Fund most of this legislation. Have you guys like spoken to try and coordinate your efforts?
No, he's a Bitcoin true maxi. I don't think he thinks. I think I don't know what he thinks about gold. But yeah, I mean, like I've seen him. I saw he hired a lobbyist in Missouri that testified for our bill, or no, a different bill in Missouri right before our bill. And you know, I know he's in here in Florida. I know he's been in South Carolina, so he's been busy. But yeah, I think he's just focused. I think Coinbase is funding him primarily, so he's
So
just
that would
chugging
make
along.
yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense. Because to me, it would make sense that that would be the right combination. Just put you guys together and be like a juggernaut in the space. Well, at least for the
You know,
states.
I'd love to. You know, he's a busy man now, and he's a high profile now. So
Right,
maybe once
right.
I have my TV show, it'll be a little different. You know, and
A little bit of publicity there.
we'll
Yeah.
connect, but we'll see.